Welcome to Sorting the Money Thing. I've discovered that many Christians are not living in the freedom that I believe God has for them, particularly in the area of finances. And I think partially this is because we don't manage our finances the way that God intended. God has patterns and principles that we should follow if we want to see God results in the area of finances and in every area of our lives. What I've discovered is that many people want to put diesel in a petrol engine and then they expect it to run right and wonder why it just does not work. It would be the same as putting salt in your coffee and then expecting it to be sweet, or putting your roast dinner in the refrigerator and expecting it to cook. It just does not happen. God's our designer. He designed us, He created us. He designed the planet, He created the planet and everything in it, and He has put in place patterns and ways that things work. Now, those patterns or ways don't always make sense to us, but they are His ways, they are His patterns, and they produce the results that He wants to produce. He's created us to breathe air, not water. Why? Because that's the way He did it, quite simply. So we breathe air and not water. So my encouragement is that we live according to His patterns and we see His results. Petrol engines run best when you put petrol in them. So it makes perfect sense for us, if we're going to flourish and we're going to live in freedom financially, to live according to His plans and according to His patterns. You can be a believer and you can do your finances any way you want. There really is no problem with that. But I don't believe that we can truly be a disciple of Christ and not operate our finances according to His patterns and according to His principles. You just will not get the results otherwise. In this series, we're going to look at a number of things, and we're going to look at God's patterns, we're going to look at common misunderstandings, we're going to look at practical keys around our finances and the ways that we can best connect to heaven's economy. I will not be telling you what to do. I will be putting information, revelation, wisdom, the Word of God, His patterns out there for you to consider, and I pray that you will take them up, but I will not tell you what to do. I may say some things that are a little bit provoking. Again, I'll be the messenger of the patterns and the principles of God. I encourage you to take them seriously and to look at them and to apply them to your life. I meet way too many believers that are struggling financially and asking the question why, but often in those conversations I discover that many of those believers are expecting God's blessings, but they are not following God's patterns or God's principles. Petrol in petrol engines, not diesel in petrol engines. If we want to see the blessing of God, if we want to see our finances flourish as God intends, we need to live according to His patterns. I pray that this series will be a great help to you, that it will provoke you, cause you to think, and at the end of the day, that you will live in complete freedom.